Happy New Year! Well, kind of. But hi everyone, it's Tim here. Welcome back to that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. And for today's video, I'm joined by the lovely Euan, and
Hey.
we are going to talk about Eurovision 2025 because when this video goes out, it is September 1. So that means we have officially started a new season, and it means that any songs that have been released from today onwards will be eligible to compete in next year's competition in Switzerland. So, without further ado, let's get into it. With the new year also comes with news. We also know where we are going for Eurovision 2025 because SRG SSR and the EBU have announced that Basel will be hosting next year's competition. Euan, what are your thoughts on Basel getting the right to host Eurovision next year?
I'm extremely happy. Of the two, it's my favorite. So I was really happy that they've managed to do it. I think because it's a bit of a smaller city in compared to Geneva, and it's not really
Mhm.
because Geneva's so like big and like focused on international organizations. I feel like Basel will be such an amazing host in terms of like fully like embracing the city, which you saw with lots of other like smaller ones. Because bigger cities sometimes it can feel lost and drowned out. So I'm extremely happy that Basel
Mhm.
is the host city.
I think for me, a mix. I don't know that much about basil. Hopefully pronouncing it right. And so if I don't, someone correct me in the comments. And I would say that I'm very curious, but I am gonna be very happy because I get to go through that airport. Like, okay, so am I staying in Germany? Am I staying in France? Or am I staying in Switzerland? Which one is
I
it?
cannot wait to see the videos of
Uh
you accidentally going into France when you're meant to go into Germany. For those of you unaware, Basel's airport, which is almost entirely in France, has three separate exits depending on what country you're going to.
Yeah.
So be
So yeah,
careful
that
when traveling.
I'm so sorry. Like that I think that would be a very me thing going out of the wrong exit. And it has apparently they have a way for if that happens. But I'm also curious to see how they would do it because I think the venue is a bit, can the roof handle it or do they have to do things with it? But only time will tell. But it's looking very promising. I've been looking at Twitter saying, "Oh, Basil is giving us Liverpool vibes." Like only time will tell. um. All right then. Moving on. We are gonna look into what we know so far. So let's look at the countries that we already know that are gonna be in Switzerland. I will caveat this by saying that we're recording this in late August. So when this video goes out, there might have been more countries who confirmed their participation, but obviously we didn't know at the time of recording. So let's go look at the list and see what we already know about how they would select it. So Albania, uh, they'll use Festivali Cengiz as always. Austria, an internal selection once again. Azerbaijan, they have open submissions, looking likely that it will be a internal selection. Belgium, your song will be returning for 2025. Cyprus, internal selection once again. At the time recording, there's already the rumor mill that they've already selected someone. Denmark, Dance Melody Grand Prix will return once again, and that will take place on the 1st of March. Finland, Ile will be using OMCO once again. France, we don't know what they're gonna do. Germany, looking likely like a national final, but we don't know. Israel, they're gonna be using a Coca like they've done for last year. Italy, Sanremo, obviously, that will take place on the 15th of February. Latvia will be using Supernova, take place in February as well. Lithuania, Eurovision LT, that will take place on the 15th of likely 15th of February, depending on how many participants there are. Luxembourg Song Contest, likely to take place in January. Malta, looking like the MESC. Montenegro, a returnee. Monty Song, looking likely after later in the year. Norway, Melody Grand Prix. Portugal, Festival da Canção, will be using user selection. San Marino, una voce per San Marino. Serbia, it will be Pesma, EZE once again. Spain, Benidorm Fest. Sweden, Melodifestivalen. Switzerland, our host country, we're going internal. And finally, the United Kingdom. We don't know what they're doing. We just know they're there. But I am shocked about how early that is. But before I move on to what I think, what do you think of the list so far on what we
I mean,
already know?
it's really interesting because one, we've got so many countries already before we're getting to the actual deadline of countries saying that they need to actually like have to be in there, UK especially, but also in those, Azerbaijan, France, and the UK are the only we have no idea what they're doing at all, which is really good because so many countries in recent years seem to have like not been very vocal or not been really doing the opening submissions and things like that early enough, I feel, and it's sort of hampered them because they're rushing towards the end. So the fact that so many are going straight off the bat, it's like, yep, this is what we're doing. It's really good.
I think for me, I mean, first of all, because we're Brits here, I'm from the UK. I would classify myself as a Brit. You classify yourself as Scottish, so as a Brit, I would say that I'm quite shocked that we've announced very early. That's very unlike BBC. And I don't know if I should be nervous or not about that. But I am very, very, very happy about Montenegro. Just because I was really gutted that Vladana didn't qualify for Trin, but you know, then here she is. She's the creative director for. Wait, let me get that right before I uh before I spiel on any further. I think yeah, she's now the creative director for RTCG. Wait, where was it? Yeah, I know. My face as well. Yeah.
An excellent choice.
I know.
Because
Okay,
she should
okay.
definitely should have qualified.
Yes. No, but if she, but yeah, but we know there's a drama. But let's okay, let's ignore that. Okay, right then. So where was I? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm mostly happy. I'm very happy. I'm more shocked about the UK being confirmed this early, and I don't know if I should be happy or nervous about that. If there's something happening, or the BBC is brewing up something, or the delegation is doing something, who knows?
Personally,
I
I hope it's
am.
a sign of change. I know that this is controversial, and I don't care. We've not had a good song since 2018. And I think even if you do like the songs in the last few years, the approach to how things are done with like presentation and like stagings in particular are a little bit iffy. So if they are going for something a bit earlier and maybe changing tact, it's possibly a good sign.
Sam Ryder, what am I, chopped liver? But you know, I'm seeing rumors of like, well, I really hope it's not true. Maybe a national final. I don't know how I'd feel about that, but I'm gonna bite my tongue and not say anything for the meantime. But the main thing I'm happy about on this is Montenegro returning because I'm so because they missed the last two contests and now they're here, and Vladana should have qualified in my personal opinion. And the fact that Vladana is now the creative director at RTCG, and the fact that of course she's got the experience, and I can't wait to see what they will bring in Switzerland. I hope it's of good quality, and it works
It's also
out.
them coming back with a national selection, so they're putting money
Mhm.
in and emphasis into their participation. They're not just okay, we're back and just staying there. They're actually like putting emphasis into what they're going to send, and that's what I'm really
Yeah.
happy with. It's like seeing that effort in there.
hmm And but for me, that's honestly like that's a breath of fresh air. But we know that like, you'll have your usual suspects. Okay, we're still waiting for a bit. Like, uh who do you want to see on that list? Like, who are we waiting for that you think, oh, I hope they come back? Or, you know,
Um,
they should be
Armenia,
confirmed.
because
hmm
their last two attempts have been their two best ever entries. So Armenia being back needs to happen. Um, I mean, Ukraine is not on the list. Let's face it, Ukraine are coming back, so like there's no worry
hmm
there. But they're like another big one. Um, yeah, like there are some others in there that they're maybe a little bit ridiculous, but Andorra and Monaco have not said that they're not going.
hmm
So they would be a perfect addition to the contest.
I would just say that Monaco being granted a full EBU membership with their new
Mhm.
broadcaster, I'm just like, come on, you've had time. Please come
Yeah,
in.
and it's a new broadcaster and it's a good one. Yep, it would be
hmm
difficult to like completely from scratch, but they're amazing. And the last one I would say is Czechia, because there is some suggestion that Czechia might not return, given the poor result last year.
They were very
Look,
close though. They were 11th, which really
yeah,
like,
they're so close, but Czechia's also one of my favorite countries in the contest,
mhm,
and I think the contest would be really missing them if they're not
mhm,
there.
yeah. For me, I would say I really want North Macedonia to return because I'm a big sucker for like the Balkan countries. Like, it feels like we don't have enough. Like, I know that Slovakia said they were aiming for next year, but with recent developments in the broadcaster, I don't see it happening personally, and I hope that's not the case. And, in terms of like still waiting to be confirmed, Croatia, obviously, like their best ever results in Malmo for a long time. So I think we're just inching in for another great result, but who knows? Okay, so we move on to a new year, obviously. New broadcaster, SRG SSR. They haven't hosted for about 35 years. Obviously, Switzerland was the host of the first ever contest. Obviously, if you haven't done this in the new millennium, it feels like it's a big it's like it's a big task, or we haven't done it at all for just such a long time. What are you expecting? Because it looks like with the organization, like they've put up the team so quickly, which includes Christer Bjorkman. Like, what are your thoughts on SRG SSR's organization of the contests from what you've seen?
I'm really happy and like really excited with what they've done because they didn't dither. They went straight in, it's like this is the criteria, these are what we want. They had a contingency in place before the contest. It's clear that they knew what that they were wanting to do, and which basically every single country should have this contingency. But yeah, I'm really happy with what they've done. They've pulled in a lot of big names from the broadcasters that are taking like year out to do specifically focus on Eurovision itself. They're not just getting some external contractors, they're really like going great internal. Because SRG SSR, it's not one specific single broadcaster, it's technically like four separate three and a half separate ones sort of mushed together. So it's like how they're doing this, I'm really happy with. They seem really in control. Yeah, they know what they're doing, even though they've not really had experience in hosting Eurovision in a long time. Because like 35 years, that's someone's career. Like someone who's done who was there in Lausanne probably will not be involved in the next year. So like it is essentially from scratch. So the fact that they're
Mhm,
doing this well already, it's giving me confidence that it's going to be a great year
mhm,
because they do produce some really good content. A bit controversial, but Die große Entscheidung was a great national selection. Yeah, it's gone because it wasn't getting the results, but production-wise, it was fantastic.
Mhm. I think for me, like, obviously you got some big hitters on there on that list, which I've said, okay, which actually includes Christer Bjorkman. Love him or hate him, like he's he's gonna be there. Like he'll find a way to be in the contest. And of course he did. He's part of the team next year. And like you said, like the fact that the minute like the invitation to host was provided and it got go 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 go, like they were on it. Like it looked very quiet, but I'm very content in knowing that we're in good hands. Like Switzerland might not have hosted this in this millennium, but I'm very confident enough that they're gonna be able to provide us with a good show. Well, no, not a good show, a great show. Like I would not hesitate. I think we're on to a good one. But it's not just the contest itself. Like we're actually like even like before the contest because um pre-party season is also filled up already. So at the time of writing, we've already a few of them have already confirmed. So we've got Nordic Music Celebration, Barcelona, uh Manchester Eurovision Party, pre-party ES, Eurovision concert, already have confirmed. London Eurovision Party will be returning. We don't have a date yet, but I say like I've seen you mainly in London. Have you made any plans for next year?
Fingers crossed, Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
because that one looks absolutely fantastic, as you will probably attest to. Um,
Yes.
that's so other than London, that's probably the one that I would be
Mm-hmm.
most excited for slash afford because oh my God, how are people going like the people that go to every single pre-party cocktail?
I did
Yeah, how are you people going to survive going to all of these different ones?
you might want to ask Akila Lara that question. Lara, if you see this, hi. Yeah, no, but like seriously, like I understand, like but every I've been to all of most of them. I know about the little quirks, like, and I'm very much looking for whichever I haven't decided yet. I'll definitely be going to London and Madrid. If I do any more, then yay. If I don't, then I've also got other plans. But
I am worried about how many there is, though, that it may be coming oversaturated in terms of getting the acts to a good amount of acts to each show.
mhm. But hopefully it doesn't,
Mhm.
you
Hopefully,
know.
they seem
Yeah,
spread out
no. Yeah,
enough,
no, but
but yeah.
mm, yeah, no, it is frustrating. But hopefully so. But anyways, before we go, I just wanted to ask you because what would be like your one wild guess? Obviously, we don't know what's happening yet. We're too far out. We're in August. Not even like we're not even at Eurovision equinox at the minute. My question to one final question to you is, can you, or actually no, a favor, a task for you really, maybe make three wild guesses about what we could expect, and we'll come back to this in Switzerland and it will be like, what the f.
I feel like a Balkan will win or be in top
Mm-hmm.
three.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be dramas at pre-parties. I'm joking, that one's going to happen every single time. I think we're going to see again a top three of countries that are just not expecting at this moment. Because yeah, Switzerland last year going into it, you wouldn't have expected Switzerland and Croatia to be like heavy
Mm-hmm.
hitters. So I feel like countries are changing their tact, and we're going to have something absolutely wild. And my third one, I think we're going to get a national selection again in France.
Okay, well, we'll look at back into that into May. For me, I'm very optimistic about this. More than 40 countries. Unlikely, but I can say. North Macedonia will return.
Fingers
Third
crossed.
one, a big five wins. Oh my God. If it's us, I'm like that's
Aberdeen
the
2026.
yeah, no. No, the last time I said, oh, make a prediction, I actually got it right and Sweden won. But anyways, that's
I
the
should
end
have got you to
of
I should have got you to predict Montenegro winning then.
uh actually no. Yeah, please. And anything within the Balkan side, this current model is not financially sustainable. Thank you very much. But anyways, that takes us to the end. I'd like to thank Euan for joining me in this video. If you like this video, then please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, push the notification bell to be one of the first people to find out when we have a new video. And also, don't forget to follow us at That Your Site on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. I think that's all of our social media accounts.
For now.
So, yeah, for now. But thank you very much once again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Like